What's up, guys? How y'all doing today? Well, baby, if your name is Sussex Squad, first of all, Meghan is out there in Colombia stepping in a nice, bad little navy blue two-piece. Then she's in some Joanna Ortiz. Meghan is literally getting style points in Colombia. Charles and William are having a discussion about whether they should remove their titles. Baby, if you remove their titles, you better make sure in the 10 to 5 years, yours will be removed as well. On top of that, the British media is going crazy. What's up, Sister Squad? We got so much to discuss. The British media is going crazy, talking about basically trying to say that Harry and Meghan are one step away from being, what is it, state assets? They're literally right. They're probably about to say that their CIA assets are sowing the seeds of a coup in Colombia. But you know what's really interesting that we had to talk about this, right? Kate is coming out with a new timeline about how she's been sick for a very, 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 very long time, right? And it wasn't accrued as they originally said, basically calling the palace out, making them look like liars, but it also highlights the horrible way that William treated her the previous year. Y'all, there is something going on. So if you guys don't know, Meghan and Harry are in Colombia. They are doing something for cyberbullying, kids, out of this, that, and the third. I guess they're showing Kate who the real early years is. I mean, at the end of the day, Kate can't even do the early years. Hold on. Itchy. Kate can't even do the early years anymore because she's been MIA. So somebody else has to do it. They're going to do it on a global scale. Okay. Now, the British press has been melting down. Charles and William are literally talking about they're removing their titles. This is a war of passive aggressiveness. But low key, it is hilarious because I actually like it when the Windsors play themselves. Okay. Harry went to Colombia because they were invited by the Colombian government. The UK people, like, you have no interest in Colombia. This is America. This is Latin America. Are you serious, right? So now they're discussing that they're going to remove their titles at Balmoral. Again, this is incredibly, and on top of that, they're removing your name from the family's royal website. Who in the history of anything goes to the royal family's website to see anything? Do you think that if you take Diana's name away from the royal website, we won't know who Princess Diana is? Do you think that if you put Andrew's name in the royal website, he now has some honor? Do you think that in 300 years, when AI takes over, the royal website will even exist? They are so dumb. I can't take this. You're removing their name. Here, let me say this, right? I do like this new gumption of Harry and Meghan where they're living their lives. I know that a lot of people in Sussex Squad were like, oh, they better not do this. They better not do that. I was one of them. However, I did recognize that you are playing a losing man's game. William has made it clear that when he becomes king, he will move heaven and earth and expend the last 6 pieces of hair on his head to make sure Harry pays. He has let us know that when he is king, Harry won't have any peace. He won't even let Harry have his inheritance. And William, you don't got anything to do with that inheritance. They're fighting a losing game by playing by their rules. The royal family wants to destroy you, and if they can't destroy you, they want to destroy your children. They wanted to for one, but if not, they will go for the children. They are maniacal. They are, in my opinion, cold. They are crazy. They use underhanded tactics. If you believe the hacking of the new Sun, I don't want to see a world where Archie and Lilibeth are literally their teen years are being followed around by the royal rota, them paying off schoolmates, paying off teachers for them to drop the dime on them and tell them what's going on. I don't think that is a future that either Harry or Meghan want to see. What the royals always do with Harry is hold the titles over their head, okay? But the thing is, I'm glad Harry seems to have woken up and he's like, if you don't take them away now, you're going to take them away later. So I'm going to live my life doing what I want. And Meghan's like, and looking good doing it. I'm going to live my life doing what I want, looking good, doing it. And there is nothing, I mean, nothing you can do about it. Go argue with your mama. Oh, that's right. She in the ground. So you could just get out of my face. I actually really, really appreciate that for Harry and Meghan. This is amazing foresight. Live your life. Force it to a logical conclusion. Even if they do strip them of their titles, you're still going to be Prince Harry and Prince Meghan. Second of all, ain't nobody in America calling that man Prince Harry. And I guarantee you another thing, no one in America, except for people that are like Anglophiles, really care that somebody, like, we don't believe in royal blood. We look at it as like a family, but your blood isn't better than mine. You just come from a family. We look at it as like coming from a wealthy family, okay? So the concept of royalty doesn't exist in America like it does. We look at it as like Disneyland, or at the very least, you're a head of state or a diplomat, okay? Listen, at the end of the day, okay, they're doing Harry a favor. And like everything, every time they try to go in on Harry, at the end of the day, they're hurting themselves. Because mark my words, and this might take a decade or two, but mark my words, once you admit that all this pomp and circumstance about royal lineage, it means nothing, and there's nothing but titles that can be taken away. Guess what, William? When you become king and F it up like you've effed up everything that you've done, guess what? The people will then say, if we can take away a prince's title, we can take away the king's title if we don't like the way he's acting. Do you see where I'm going with this? See, William and Charles don't even care. I mean, he does care, but Charles is like, whatever, right? This is William's vendetta. And Charles is, okay, I'll put his, and Camilla, definitely Camilla. So that's where Charles comes involved. Do you see what William's doing, you idiot? You're creating basically democratically elected royals in the future. Because think about it. You don't like what Harry's doing? We can take your title. But guess what? We don't like what you're doing. Well, it doesn't mean anything. You're not really the blood of Christ. You're not really all the special, not real lineages. We can take it away. So guess what? We are going to take away your titles. And guess what? Well, does that mean Britain will never have a king? Maybe. But what they could also do is say, and we'll give it to someone that really deserves it. We'll give it to someone we really like. We'll give it to someone that we feel is best representing and serving the Commonwealth. And it's not you or any of your kids. You over there. Yeah, come on. Beatrice's son. Come here. You can be king. Dummy, idiot, William, do you not realize what is going on? And do you not realize what's going to happen? But shh, don't tell them. I'm going to discover this in like a few years. And you know who's also about to, seems like, F around and find out? Kate is saying that to William. F around and find out. There is this interesting article, right? There's this interesting article that's been all over the place about, where's it at? There's been this interesting article about how, it's from the Mail, how Kate has actually been unwell for some time before her surgery. Now, again, I don't know why no one else see it. Well, actually, y'all Sussex Squad, y'all see it, right? There's an internal power struggle and war going on with Kate. And everybody thinks Kate has no power. But I think at the point of William trying to completely X her out the system, it's going to be 100% that Kate is going to have to stand up for herself and carve out some type of lasting legacy in this life she fought, schemed, waited for, lied for, if you believe what they said about the Meghan thing. So what is the issue, right? Hold on a second. Even to the fact that they're still in a war over where George is going to go to school at. And now Kate is slowly releasing the fact that she was much sicker. Now, listen, I don't know if that's true, because if it is, that's hinting at the fact that the palace lied, the palace covered up. What was said in January was a cover up. It's all the stuff that could be happening. But at the very least, even with this little smack, if you believe this is Kate pushing back and being like, listen, I might not have any power, but I still do have my voice. And if I open my mouth, this whole thing can come crashing down. You saw what happened with me going away for 6 months. Just imagine how much worse it could be. It kind of highlights just how horrible William actually treated Kate. Listen to this mess, because this is bad. If it's true, okay, which honestly, looking back at Kate last year, she did look rough. But that said, like, Kate, she was looking rough, but if that's true, I don't know. What do y'all think about this? Hold on, let me grab this story for y'all. Anyway, Sussex Squad, what have you guys been up to? I'm really interested. I'm taking my little sabbatical from Twitter, but I'll be back very soon. Don't worry. Anyway, Kate's treatment. Her preventative chemo treatment continues over the summer and possibly even beyond, while her recovery will be ongoing for many months to come once she is concluded. I understand. What is going on with Kate? How can you have preventative chemo if you don't have cancer? And it's going on for almost a year now. And then you're going to need months of recovery. So that means you're not going to be back until somewhere mid 2025. And when I say back, all Kate does is stand on the balcony and applaud at Wimbledon. Like, that's her job, and sign off on letters to the early years. Anyway, right? She'll continue to work privately. Has anybody seen her private work? With just signing letters, and engage publicly as when she can. Kensington Palace hopes to provide guidance at some point in the future about what a return to more regular workload might look like, but it's important to stress that they are absolutely not at that stage yet, according to a royal insider. You guys, we have to have a tough conversation. We saw Kate at Wimbledon. There were articles that said that William said that Kate ain't stepping out the house. He don't care what her doctors have to say. She needs to go through him first, which I found incredibly sexist and misogynist, but it's on brand for the Royals. So I have to say, at what point are the derangers, does Kate have any fans, or are they just anti-Meghan, going to actually say, when's Kate coming back? How come she can't be trusted to work? How come we can't do it? I'm not even talking about this, but Kate, she's either sick or she's not sick. She either has cancer or she doesn't have cancer. Preventative chemo does not exist. It's some stupid term the palace made up, and they keep running with it. But at the end of the day, again, if you believe that William, right? If you believe that William does not want Kate around and he wants her phased out, again, remember those articles 6 months back when they're like, we don't know if Kate will ever return in an official capacity? We've seen Kate. We've seen her moving around, okay? There is nothing physically wrong with her. So the fact that they don't even know what that capacity will be. Acts of Kate's fourth public appearance in person on video of the year signaled a return to royal duties. The way they just count up the stuff, this is their fourth engagement. Kate had 2 fake AI videos, and she showed up for Wimbledon and trooping, and that's wow. We're not there yet. When we last heard from her ahead of Trooping of the Color, she said her treatment was going into the summer, and that's what's happening. It's been a rough time, a really difficult year for the entire family. And she said herself, she's not out of the woods yet. The direction is positive, but there will not be a great change in terms of her public profile after Sunday night, and no one is giving a timescale for return. This is the same people that ran the lesser mortals would have stayed home article. In the fetid depths of social media, you'll also find someone with an unkind opinion, that's me, on the matter, despite Catherine's quite unprecedented levels of openness about her condition. They lied to us every step of the way. Within hours of her appearance at Wimbledon in July, for example, trolls were already disgracefully picking apart her rosy-cheeked appearance, even casting aspirations on how ill she really had been. She looked quite healthy. Healthier than actually she's looked at in the last 2 years. Let's be real. While we mustn't give these individuals the oxygen and publicity they clearly crave, only you like be famous. I'm allergic to the lamish. It's important to highlight just how rancid the internet has been this year when it comes to the royal family. Are you talking to the Associated Press that said you guys were as trustworthy as North Korea? William and Catherine in particular, while the couple tried to ignore such conjuncture, the sad truth is that it's added an unbearable layer of strain to their lives, one that has proved to be downright distressing at times. Are Kate and William on Twitter? Are they reading their comments? What most will not appreciate is that Kate has actually been unwell for some time in the run up to her initial ab surgery in January, further details which have not been made public by Kensington Palace. It is only after that planned operation, of course, which left her in the hospital for 2 weeks, that her cancer was discovered. As always, she hid her suffering well, but those who know her are keen to emphasize just what a tough time it's been. I don't think people realize how much she's gone through behind the scenes and for how long. Far longer than anyone actually appreciates. She's an incredibly strong woman, but she really has been through the wars. Her treatment and recovery is still a priority and still will be ongoing for some time. Kate, you live a sheltered life of privilege. The only people that could be taking you through stuff would be who? Your husband, I'm guessing. More importantly, she's going to have a fabulous summer vacation. Um, William has even cut loose and grown some stubble. His summer dad beard, which has gone down so well on social media that some in his circle are jokingly advising him to keep it come autumn. It's his hot dad summer. Not only that, William planned to take the internet by storm. We thought that having the notorious rapper Snoop Dogg in a video to congratulate Great Britain's Olympic team would have caught everyone's eye. Instead, all people are talking about is the beard. Everybody finds it funny. Okay, so listen, William's always wanted to compete with Harry for his beard. Harry can't have anything. I actually think William actually looks better with the beard, but again, it's like drawing a beard on an egg. You guys listen. In this article, even though they're trying to drag internet trolls, they've admitted that everything the palace told us up to this point has been a lie. Mark my words, there is a power struggle going on at Kensington Palace. William is king. Kate will find herself out of luck. I'm just waiting to see what actually happens. As for Snoop Dogg, as for William, like Snoop Dogg, great. You know something's gone wrong when you are opening videos for the royal family, for Snoop Dogg, but I guess, right? And as for Kate's fabulous summer vacation, I didn't know getting dressed 4 times and leaving the house amounted to a summer vacation. However, things are moving in the right direction. They've enjoyed a fabulous summer so far in Sandringham, spending time cycling, sailing, and hanging out with family and friends. They made a clear and conscious decision to take time out as a family this summer. Seeing them both looking so happy and relaxed with each other and so comfortable in each other's company tells you a lot about where they are. I don't think William's there. And second of all, Kate, what's going on? So you can sail, psych. So Kate is doing an all-American summer, but she can't work or be seen. And she's been sick for a lot longer. And also everything they told us up to that point was a lie. Yeah, makes sense in his tracking. Anyway, shout out to Harry and Meghan for what's going on in Colombia. Instead of just talking about how pitiful, what was it? What's his name? Weibo and Kate, right? William and Kate are sitting there whining about how horrible their lives are and how the media has mistreated them. Meanwhile, Harry and Meghan are actually in Colombia doing something for not just their kids, but everybody and all their kids when it comes to cyberbullying. Like I said, the royal family are the most self-absorbed, useless family in the world. But you know what? Hey, if Britain likes it, I love it. Careful about removing those titles. From what I'm hearing from the UK title tells, quite a few people do think that they need to be made redundant. So careful what you wish for, William. Careful what you wish for. Anyway, let me know what you think in the comments. I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.